Head to the
Come here, mate.
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth?
I bring great news. I killed General Carius.
I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Carius' exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock.
Well, he's not going to send any more ash spawn to Raven Rock. I've made sure of that.
Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece. And you got rid of General Carius. Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful.
Bloody hell. Do you need anything else from me?
I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Councillor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent.
Considering the pay you're giving us, I'm quite happy to help. Did he say what it's all about?
All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him. Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the ash spawn. Please, go speak to the Second Councillor as soon as possible.
More important means more pay. Let's go speak to him. Alright, here's the guy.
Thank you for coming. After everything you've already done for Raven Rock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed.
Wait, what? Who's trying to kill him?
The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head.
So why would the Ulans want him dead?
It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions.
Well, you sound a bit paranoid if I'm honest.
As second councillor, it's my responsibility to explore the possibility of any threat, no matter how paranoid it might seem. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead, and I don't want it to come to that.
So you reckon an attack is imminent?
I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Raven Rock.
So why haven't you done anything yet?
Raven Rock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing.
So what you gotta do about it?
Summoning you here was part of my plan. I was hoping you'd be interested in investigating for me.
Fair enough. What can I do then? I'm assuming I'm getting paid. I must be getting paid.
I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me.
No, I listen to Septums. So where do I begin?
I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Raven Rock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. I can't afford to make any mistakes.
What can you tell us about House Lalu?
Traitors. The lot of them. Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people.
And I'm guessing that was their downfall then.
Lalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dunmer people's suffering.
And what happened to them as a result?
They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council.
You mentioned your sources. Who are they?
I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses.
So why don't you ask them to have a look?
Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solthsiem. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this I consider vital to House Redoran's survival.
You really need to use better couriers. I mean, the courier that brings my messages, he is quick, he is instant, he is on the ball. You need to use him. So why did the Dunmer hate the Empire? I really want to know.
During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance.
So how did you survive?
House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction.
So basically, the Empire just cares about the Empire and that's it. Their heartland. Okay, that's got to add to the checks and balances on which side to support during the war. So how are things now the mines are open?
You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open, but all I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solthsiem crawling with reavers and Asura knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Ravenlock.
Oh well.
Don't worry. You can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
Yeah, whatever, pal. I've got to deal with this. That way I don't wake up in some strange place again, chipping away at a new temple for me, Rock. He can butt off if he thinks he's gonna enslave me. Shut up. Now then, magical stone thing of green.
That we
Have
might
this.
remember.
There we go. Kill it! There can be only one lurker here.
What was that?
God, another. I'm staying out of it.
Another lurker. As I said, there can be only one lurker, and you are not him. I am a lurker king. Bow to me. And give me your stuff. Clams. Screaming plant. Pearl oyster. I will use these alchemy ingredients one day. Who am I kidding? I'm never doing alchemy.
I'm asking myself why Mirak was making us build these shrines. And I'm afraid the answer will be far worse than any of us can imagine.
This is House Redoran territory. You do well to remember that.
Shut up, I'm saving you people. Mostly for me, Rock.
I lost my house, my family, my life, and then I lost my mind. How could it have gotten any worse?
At least you've still got your clothes.
The Lori over at the Iron Farm should be still mixing potions if you're seeking that sort of thing. Far west end of town.
Ooh, a bucket. We don't care about buckets. Could do with a Nordic pickaxe though. But it looks like we're doing some investigating. Right, so where am I investigating? Because I really wasn't paying that much attention. Do you remember Arissa? We'll just ask around, see if anybody knows anything. Do you know anything?
Move along, Outlander.
That will be a no. Abandoned building. Anyone else?
You've brought so much hope to our people. We are forever in your debt.
Yeah, good for you. Oh yeah, it was inside the Retching Netch Corner Club. Why can't they just call it a pub?
I
Work for Mogul. You got a problem, you talk to him.
Back off. Right then, are you?
We have all sorts of authentic dark elf food and drink here. Geldis spares no expense.
Don't care. Are you the one I need to talk to?
Teldrin Sero, blade for hire. If you have the coin, I'm at your service.
I've got the coin, but I've got better.
Mafalak Loku.
I've got Arissa. Right then, maybe you're the guy.
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of the finest Sioux jammer that will ever grace your lips.
Yeah, whatever. Arano said you might be able to help us out with something.
Well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Asura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now.
So you think he's mistaken?
No. I just think he's going about this the wrong way.
You've got a better idea, I presume?
Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you.
So how do I do that?
There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for.
So I've got to do all this sneaky, do I? That I can do. So why haven't you told Aldril about this?
What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redarin Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up.
Thanks for the tip.
You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up.
So why did the Dunmer leave Ashyams in the tombs?
When a Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the Ashyam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew.
It kind of makes sense. So why was Ulin executed?
Back in 95, Vila Ulin came to Raven Rock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redarin Guard, and then murder Consular Morvain when we weren't looking.
Fair enough, so did he do this all by himself? Because it sounds like a pretty tall order.
He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that?
Anything for a bit of coin, I presume. So how did they catch him?
He underestimated the Redarin Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Velith himself. Vila Ulin was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulin ancestral tomb.
Damn it, Arissa. Right, so how are things now? The mines are open for you?
How do you think? It's a blessing. I've got regular paying customers again. Thirsty workers at the end of the day, and more coin than I can count.
Well, you're worth robbing. So what's the specialty of the house?
The finest sujammer across your lips, friend. My own personal formula that I call Sadri's Sujama. In fact, I've just added some new ingredients to the mixture that I think makes it taste better than ever. All I need to do is get the word out that it's ready, and they'll flock here for it.
I could help spread the word for a bit of coin.
I was kind of hoping you'd say that.
Of course you were.
Here, take these samples of the Sujama and spread the word. If you get rid of all of them, there's something extra in it for you.
I like the sound of that. Come on then, you little attention whore. Let's spread the word. And is there anyone in the immediate vicinity that needs the word spreading? Like you.
You've brought Raven Rock back from the brink, traveler. I don't know how to thank you.
I can think of a few ways knife ears.
You look able to venture outside of town. Perhaps you could help me recover something precious that was lost?
Before we go any further, try this new drink.
Oh, how kind. Thank Geldis for me, won't you?
Help him come up with a better name for his drink. Anyway, you mentioned something that you lost.
A few months ago, I had sent an important folio to the first edition bookshop in the Imperial City to be rebound. They sent it back to me recently, but it never arrived.
Was it on a ship by chance?
Yes, the Strident Squall, or something like that. The damn thing sunk right off the coast of Solthsiem. Can you imagine?
How do you know all this?
One of the sailors survived. Poor thing crawled all the way to Raven Rock on his hands and knees. Before he died, he told the Redoran Guard about the wreck and warned us that it was going to be crawling with reavers.
So you want us to kill a load of ravers to retrieve a book? Sounds like something I'd do.
Thank you. You have no idea how much it hurts losing such a precious heirloom. My husband is second counselor, so I certainly have the means to reward you if you find my folio.
A reward? That's my language. Right. Anyone else need a drink? You there, do you want a drink?
The best swordsman in all
No.
Morrowind is at your service.
Do you need a drink, pal?
Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, my lord. If you need anything, Master Geldis will be happy to help you.
Master Geldis wants you to try this drink.
Sorry, Geldis won't allow me to drink while I'm working at the Netch.
Bugger you then. Right.
For Mokril, you got a problem, you talk to him.
I'm gonna talk to him then.
Counselor
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do just fine.
Stop with the threats. Try this new drink. You'll like it.
Take that swill and pour it down a well.
Screw you then. Do you want a drink?
Mokril doesn't lend coin to outlanders. Look
Screw
somewhere else.
Morgul. He's an arse. You there.
They want to give the town Mithril.
You've brought so much hope to our people. We are forever in your debt.
Yeah, whatever. Try this drink.
Sure, got nothing better to do. May your path be free from danger.
Been a while, bud.
You got a good thing going here now that you've reopened the mines. Don't let it go to waste.
I can see you're busy, but fancy a drink?
Perfect. I was just thinking about heading over for a drink. Thanks for saving me the trip.
No bother, mate. So, how are things now the mines are open?
I've always had a steady stream of work thanks to the Redoran Guard, so it hasn't affected me much. However, I've seen the smile on people's faces, and there's hope around here once again. Something we've been lacking for a long time.
I noticed that shadow mark on your door.
Well, it's been a long time since someone from the guilds bothered to make their way out here. So tell me, how's my brother Delvin? Still spending his nights at the Ragged Flagon trying to win Vex's heart?
Pretty much.
Good to hear. Tam Layabout never even bothers to send his own flesh and blood a letter saying how he's doing. Can you imagine? Anyway, I suppose you're looking for work. Well, I got bad news. This place is drier than a damn bone.
Nothing at all.
Eager to make some coin, eh?
Always.
That's the spirit. I'll tell you what. The guild's got a problem out here that I've been trying to deal with for years, but haven't been able to handle.
How can the Thieves Guild have problems out here?
Don't look at me like that. I'm all alone out here, with no one to watch my back.
That's changing
And
now.
besides, it's really my problem anyway. I caused it.
What did you do?
A fellow Breton who went by the name Esmond Tyne showed up on my doorstep about a fortnight ago. He noticed the shadow marks like you did, and I thought he was one of us.
He stole something, didn't he?
That he did, right out from under my nose. Can you believe it? It's my own formula for improved bone mold. Took me years to perfect.
So where's the Tyne now?
Well, before he ran off, he was talking some nonsense about trying to fence goods to the Reeklings at Castle Karstag. I told him he was crazy to even think about talking to those vicious little buggers, but he wouldn't listen. I'd bet a fat purse of coin that he's either dead or hiding out up there.
Okay, I'll have a go at getting that formula back for you.
You do that, and I'll make sure you're set up right. You won't be disappointed. Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right.
The hell's a Reichland? Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. Let's peddle our goods. Dead miner. You there!
Your actions here have been a blessing to us all, Sergio.
Have a drink on me.
Always a pleasure to taste anything Geldis comes up with.
See you later.
Next time you're hungry, stop by. I always have plenty of food for sale.
Blah, blah, blah. You!
It's busier now that things are starting to look up. I guess I might stay a bit longer after all.
Have a drink.
Geldis needs to bottle this up and send it to the mainland instead of wasting his time out here. His drinks are outstanding. Thanks.
Have you got any special mining gear, like your Stalrim pickaxe?
Mining gear? No. However, I used to sell East Empire pendants until I ran out of them. Popular little item.
I know about these pendants. I've got one.
It's an amulet that was made exclusively for the East Empire Company. They gave them to their workers as an incentive at one point, a kind of reward for extra effort. They're no longer being made, so they've become a collectible. I'd love to get my hands on a few of them.
I can sell you some of mine.
Well, well. Seems you're proving fairly useful for an outlander. Here's your coin. Keep bringing me more, and I'll keep paying you for them.
That's a decent price. What exactly do you sell here?
The question you should be asking is, what don't I sell here?
Stalrim
Because I have
pickaxes?
pretty much any supplies you might need. If it's not a weapon, potion, or armor, then it's likely that I have it.
And where did you get them all?
Jarland, over at the docks, brings me most of my supplies, and the rest comes from bartering with the people in town. Oh, Glover Mallory gets me a few things once in a while. He usually has the most amazing deals that I can't pass up.
Let's have a look.
Take a look.
Yeah, turns out I'm right. No Nordic pickaxes. So how are things with the mines open? I might as well ask.
Things are picking up for now. All I'm wondering is how long it'll take for House Redorin to begin ignoring us again if the mine runs out of ore for a second time.
Why so negative?
The East Empire pendants are scattered all over, so leave no stone unturned.
Yeah, I've got to peddle this drink. Hold on, somebody there. Hello.
Look at me. I'm a different person. And I have you to thank for it.
You still look like a dark elf to me.
Don't pity me. And don't look at me like that. I know what I am.
What, a dark elf? Look, cheer up. Have a drink.
The day I refuse Sujama from Geldis is the day I sprout wings and fly off this rock.
So why should I pity you?
Doesn't everyone pity the hopeless? Look at me. I'm no better than a beggar. I used to be a miner. A good one, too. I made more gold digging up ore in a month than some people earn in a lifetime. When the mine dried up, I was lost. I have no other trade, so I spend my time drinking my fortune away at the retching niche. Or I used to, anyway.
Used to?
That fetcher Geldis won't even allow me inside. Said I was bad for business. If I want to spend my last bag of coins getting drunk, that's my business. What does he care?
I'll have a word with him.
You can try. If you can get that stubborn mule to let me into the niche, I'll make sure you get what's coming to you.
Whenever somebody says that to me, I usually expect a knife in the back. So how are things now that mines are open?
Couldn't be better. The sections that are being opened up have revealed some huge deposits of ebony. Old Cretius has a nose for exactly where to dig. If they'd only listened to him years ago, the town wouldn't have been in such dire straits. At this rate, I'll be able to put a roof over my head in just a few months.
Good to know things are getting better for you, knife ears.
It might take more than a simple request to change Geldis's mind. He can be quite stubborn.
I think he'll listen to me. If he doesn't, I'll shout him into oblivion.